Sound the alarms, people. All right. Some of you may want to call the police here, but there's not a lot that's going on here. I know you're going to be upset, you're going to be angry, you're going to want to voice your frustration to someone, but, I mean, look at Lesson 12. Look at the title. Ratios of fractions and their unit rates. My goodness, people, same thing that's going on here. Unit rate. How much for 1? Your ratios are going to be fractions. Whatever. Fractions. No big deal. So, they are doing a little bit of a review there for you. So, I think it's worthwhile to see those particular items in that box. A fraction whose numerator or denominator is itself a fraction. It's called a complex fraction. Unit rate. They get real fancy to express this. A over B units, in which the first quantity, oh, come on now, here, all right, unit rate, how much for 1, okay? That denominator is going to be 1. How much is it for the 1? And we do want you to realize that it's always a division problem to find unit rate. So do keep that in mind. So we're only going to be looking at this guy right here, all right? Which car can travel further on 1 gallon of gas? So again, there's a key thing here, 1 gallon of gas. Because it's 1 gallon of gas, we're talking about unit rate there because we want to know how much it is for the 1. So what that tells me is, all right, I've got my 18 2/5, and I'm dividing it by my 8/10. All right, let's go fraction here. All right, 8/10, which does simplify down to that 4/5 that we're looking at. And yeah, so again, even though we've only got less than a gallon of gas, if we find out how far we could go on 1 gallon, it's going to take care of things. So, and then same thing with the other guy here, 17 2/5 miles on the 7500ths. All right. So if we simplify, I think a lot of you are going to see that 3/4, and away we go. So yeah, let's just take care of this. A little bit of bigger numbers there, but that's fine. Good to use the mental math there. 18 times 5. So if you can visualize it, 5 times 8 is 40. Put down the 0, carry the 4. That's a 90. 90 plus 2 is a 92. So you get 92 fifths. And if you can't, people, hey, that's fine. Come off to the side. Go ahead. Bring out that old school X there. Get some basic multiplication down here. So we are dividing by the 4/5. All right. Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. Now, this is one where, again, if you want to use the least common multiple method, you can. My eyes kind of light up here because they're both 5s. So I'm gonna do it, people. I'm gonna do it there. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that cross division. Ba-choom, ba-choom, ba-choom. All right. What's gonna end up happening here is 92/4 when it comes down to it. So 92/4. I can clean it up if I want to, but I'm gonna leave it like you for right now because all I have to do is compare you to the other person here. So 17 times 5, we're going to come right down here and convert it there. So put down the 5, carry the 3, that's an 85, plus 2 more, 87, so I got 87 fifths. And then we are dividing it by 3/4. So here I'm going to write it out from left to right. I don't see a real nice cross division that's there. So yeah, we are dividing by 3/4. But as we know, when we divide, we're actually multiplying by the reciprocal. Now, here's the thing. You might be like, oh, there's no cross division. There actually is. Okay. One of these little tricks of your divisibility rules is with a 3, is that if you add the two numbers together, and if it's divisible by 3, I know 87 can be divided by 3. So if I do 8 plus 7, I get 15. If you do 15, can you do 15 divided by 3? Yes, we can. So I know I can do 87 divided by 3. So yeah, I'll come off to the side. We'll do a little quick work here. 2, 6, 27. There's 9 of them. All right. So that gives me a 29. All right. So yeah, I got a 5 down there. 29 times 4. Put down the 6. Carry the 3. All right. 116 fifths. So that's like what, 20, not quite 30, like 25 maybe. So again, here, if I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, it's kind of close to it. I think 20, 25. So, yeah, like we had talked about before, we got to compare. We got to compare that's there. So I got 92/4 and I've got 11 fifths. So if I'm going to compare, 116 fifths. So if I am going to compare, I want the same denominator that's there. So that's my 20. All right. So we're timesing it by 5. So I got to do a 92 times a 5. Put down the 0, carry the 1. There's your 460. I need to multiply by 4. So I got to do 116 times 4. And like I said, it's good to get back into some of the basics here. Down the 4, carry the 2, 6, 4. So that's 464. Yeah, that was close, people. That was close. But yeah, this is the larger one. So the 116 fifths, that's the larger one, which matched up with this particular guy. Now, do I want the larger one? Well, the larger one. I want to know who can go further. All right. So because I want to know who goes further, yeah, I do want the bigger number. Yeah. So it would be the red car here. So again, worthwhile one there. I know it's a lot of the same stuff, but it's good. But again, the comparison of them, remember comparing fractions, common denominator, people bringing out the good stuff for you there. All right. We'll see you later.